But usually they have like 3 hours of ship beforehand, right?
Well, that's like at 2.
Mhm.
I think that, yeah, I think that the 5:30's like maybe kickoff time. I don't know. That's an hour later than me.
Yeah, that'd be my bet. It's 5:30's kickoff time.
I don't want to stay up that late. God, 5:30.
And then what, 4-hour game?
Oh, yeah, because the halftime's like a half hour longer. This is gonna be past my bedtime. Like, I don't know that I want to stay up and watch it.
I didn't realize you hated the Chiefs so much.
It has nothing to do with the Chiefs.
Oh, so you just hate football that much.
Ouch.
Understandable, honestly. I'm gonna go check my door, just in case. I'll be right back.
Okay. My hands are just freezing. Yeah, I'm using this. Like, here's the thing. Don't give me your attitude. Can you believe me? Can you believe this stream? My wife giving me attitude.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. Figured while I was up, I might as well throw in the next load, so.
Well, are you ready for an exciting series of League of Legends?
Always.
Alright, well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week 4 of Legends LAS? Legends Amateur Series? I think that's right. That might be wrong. My name is Ameristematic, and my co-caster today is Aikato.
It's true, that's me.
That is you. That's pretty exciting. So yeah, we've got our Gold Series from this week. We've got ROTM Gold taking on Grand Valley State University. Um, I'm gonna bet that this is a JV team, just off of gut instinct alone. But yeah, their mascot's the Lakers. How do you feel about that?
Where are they at? Does that mean they're northern? The
Yeah, they're
Lakers?
off of Lake Michigan. That's about all I've got.
Uh-huh. That seems reasonable. I hope that's where they're at. It wouldn't make much sense to be the Lakers if you
All
were
right.
somewhere else. Yeah.
Well, uh,
That's all the insight I have.
let's go ahead and see what happens here in game number 1. If you're ready, we'll start it in 3, 2, 1, go. I didn't give you time to actually say if you were ready or not, so hopefully you're
Oh, that's
ready.
fine. I'm
Uh,
ready. I'm here.
on the blue side of the rift, wearing the blue health bars for game number 1 is going to be Return of the Middlesticks Gold. Scrambles in the top lane playing Set. Gid, Shadeslayer in the jungle on Warwick. Oath in the mid lane playing Kassadin. And Beepots and Matsuro 5 in the bottom lane playing Caitlyn and Tarek.
And on the red side, GVSU with RK231 on the Tom Kench top lane. Shyvana in the jungle for Derivi Imperial. God of Wrath in the mid lane on the Zed, and then Fake Kappa and Cyber Blizzard on the Jin Zyra bottom lane.
Sorry, I usually let you take ROTM so that I have to pronounce the bad names, but you did great. I appreciate that.
Thank you, thank you. I was practicing. Tom Kench top, huh? Is that is that a
It's
champ now?
not really, like a little bit. Um, it's essentially just a lane bully, um, and then you
Okay.
scale and you can't decide what half of Tom Kench that you want to play, and
Hmm.
then it becomes an issue. So we'll see if RK can navigate that correctly, because um, when you're in lane, you just give people the lickening and you kill them because you eat them and it does like 26% health max damage. Max health
Uh-huh.
damage. Um, Control Shift Z will unlock the camera if you want to zoom out or scroll. Oh.
Oh yeah?
Oh. I wish I had
Oh
known
my
this trick
god.
forever. Yeah, this is.
Oh, don't
I
zoom out too far. I zoomed out too far. Don't.
I had always wondered because like the LCS camera always looks a little bit further away, and I thought it was just a resolution
Uh-huh.
thing, but no, this is actually really nice. Okay, we'll just keep it about here. This looks
Oh my
pretty
god.
good. Yeah.
Is this a
Scrambles
new
with the
thing?
tech. Wow. All right. Um, now that we're
Race
super impressed with that, how are we going to keep up for this?
Yeah, no, we peaked way too early. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm still playing with it. Yeah, no, Tom Kench, he doesn't look like a ton of fun to play into.
Yeah, this is kind of the Thomas Kench experience up here in top lane. I used to run just Ignite Flash on him, and you could pretty much guarantee that anybody that you eat at level 2 you would get a kill on. Kind of disgusting, actually. You just didn't lose
Kids
it.
in the neighborhood.
Yeah, Gid is up here though. Gonna try to turn this with Scrambles. Doesn't have the Facebreaker to grab him in. Gets the little Fear dash through. He has the tiny little shield because he hit level 3. And the Haymaker not quite enough damage, but does force the flash out of RK.
Yeah, really close there to picking up the kill, and considering the Gid had walked straight over a ward there, I'd say it's a pretty good outcome for ROTM. Now, this mid lane matchup, Kassadin,
Yeah.
of course, weak early, usually countered by AD champions like Zed, who are able to pressure him out early. So I'm a little bit worried about this matchup. It feels like the kind of a matchup where Casson could be abused.
Yeah, definitely agree on that one. We'll see how Oath is able to handle the pressure, because there is a point when it turns back around, right? When you start getting some armor, you get a Seeker's Arm Guard early, and you can exist. But for right now, it's going to be very hard for him.
Definitely. I know Gid repeating here in the top lane.
Oh, he didn't quite get the stun on it, but the fear from Gid is going to be enough. Oh, the PTA proc! I don't think RK was ready for it, because he didn't hit the gray health, and it's first blood for Scrambles and Gid up in the top lane.
Yeah, it's a good job by Gid, knowing that he had burnt the flash already, just ganking up there after Tom Kench had teleported back into lane. And that's a good proactive play already to set behind this, sort of a cheeser pick here in the top lane. And
Gid
he's
is
already setting his sights on mid.
Yeah, walking back into mid lane. Has to be careful about the shadow. Play that correctly. Gets the little fear. Oath is on top of God of Wrath. They'll dash through. The Ignite is burning down Oath in the background. The minions aren't quite going to be able to take him down, but God of Wrath successfully getting out of that gank.
And so much pressure coming out of Gid so far this game. He is behind quite a bit of XP on the Shyvana, who's been full clearing this entire time, but is applying a lot of pressure in these lanes. So, sort of relying on his team to take that pressure, take the advantage that he's getting them, and run with it.
Yeah, and you have the ARAM set up for Grand Valley State. You have the double Dark Harvests on the Shyvana and the Jhin. So, you went with Deravai Imperial? That sounds good. Deravai Imperial. Gonna go for the AP. Shyvana has the Hextech Alternator in the back pocket already. So, once she hits level 6, we'll have quite a bit of burst damage available at her disposal. And both junglers gonna meet over the spawning Scuttle Crab here in the river.
And this is played on current patch, right? So
yes.
Shyvana just received quite a few buffs towards her AP. RTM almost had him cut off there, but
yeah, trying to push
perhaps
God
not wanting to hard Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say God of Wrath maybe a little bit late to the fight, but now able to join up with everybody. Still just kind of zoning everything across the gap, but really setting up for this 4v4. Nobody level 6 yet, all level 4s and 5s, as they're hanging around, setting up the trap line, the big Jhin trap line, the Golden Gerchancho, if you listen to the same YouTubers I do.
I'm not familiar with the Golden Gerchancho. I'm missing out.
Still just hanging around the dragon, and now God of Wrath able to even get mid-prayer, shove that lane in. Looks like a little engagement onto Cyber Blizzard, big double stun, in comes the teleport from Scrambles over the wall, but God of Wrath is hit level 6, has the death mark available, doesn't get a whole lot done with it, and still GVSU trying to back out of the fight, kite backwards. They don't have RK available, he doesn't have level 6, can't join Cyber Blizzard, maybe in a little bit of trouble. Scrambles goes in, grabs him with the ultimate, and will punch him down. So two kills on the board now for ROTM, and Scrambles teleporting in at the right time, right after hitting level 6.
And that is our team taking advantage of that teleport advantage that they had gotten from Gid ganking top lane early. So after the standoff for a few minutes, our team's able to come out on top with the kill, and should be this dragon as well going their way. And already Oath! Ooh!
Oath, I think if he hadn't canceled that auto, I don't think it was enough, but it looks a lot better. But God of Wrath able to flash out of the range of that. Dragon goes over to ROTM, so it's a pretty good early game so far. Like, honestly, being even in gold with the team comp that they have, I think that they'll be relatively happy.
Yeah, no, I
oh, Oath, this is a little too aggressive.
Oh?
I'll get the trade. Alright.
Honestly, super worth, because you are on the scaling champion, so any trades that you're taking are usually in your favor. But more importantly, with the wave state, all of that's going to die to the turret there. So Zed's actually going to be behind in quite a bit of XP, and this wave is slow pushing back into Oath. So honestly, I'd say it's 100% worth, especially since it gets him to that Seeker's Arm Guard, which is just so efficient now.
Yeah, and I am kind of curious. Scrambles has the Vampiric Scepter and a dagger in his inventory. I wonder if he's headed for a Blade of the Ruin King first on set. I'm not I used to play a ton of set top lane. I haven't played it recently, so I don't know if that's particularly normal, but RK gonna go ahead and answer with the Bramble Vest up there. Feels like a pretty good pick for the Tahm Kench.
Definitely. I think that play the Ruin King set isn't too uncommon. Um, I'm not sure which mythic he normally goes. I could see an argument for Stridebreaker or Trinity or even the Divine Sunderer or even just the Sunfire. But I think that Bork synergizes a lot with his passive, with his Q, as well as against the Tahm Kench matchup. I think that it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Gid Scramble's gonna be caught a little bit here doing the Rift Herald, RK, and Deverai Imperial. It feels like there needs to
Gid
be a
is still
shorter
level
way to
5.
say that name, and there just isn't. But
I think I would just go with Imperial because that
yeah,
first word is, it's something. I don't know what it's supposed to be. But they're pushed off of it because Gid is still level 5. So is Shyvana. Shyvana's just been power farming this entire time and also still level 5 at 9.5 minutes. Is not usually where you want to be as the jungler. You're just a little bit behind there.
yep. The constant pressure though from the Jhin and Zyra matchup down here in the bottom lane has gotten them out to a decent CS lead, about 15 if I can do math. In the advantage for fake Kappa.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, especially with the Zyra, there's just so much lane pressure there, even though you are playing into the Caitlyn, which normally, ooh,
Oh,
Tahm
RK gonna
Kench,
go ahead and
Shyvana's
eat up
here.
Tahm Kench. He uses the ult to try to get just a little bit of distance. Imperial's here, and the Flame Breath is enough damage to take him down underneath the tower. So, strong play. I liked RK, using the full duration of the consume in order to make sure that Scrambles had nowhere to go.
Yeah, no, it was very well played, and a good play by Imperial to sort of even that out as the bot lane.
Ooh,
Ooh,
a
the
lot of
East
damage
cancel.
coming down onto B-Pots, but Matsuro and B-Pots on different pages there as Matsuro flashes in looking for the stun, but B-Pots flashes out to safety. Now Gid walks into the top lane, gonna get some damage down onto RK, but doesn't really have scrambles in his back pocket, so all of this just might not benefit the Warwick at all, as he takes a lickening. He'll keep on ticketing, luckily.
Yeah, and he should be able to just back away, but being 2 levels behind and that Tahm Kench is pretty tanky. It's going to be a hard fight for him to try and win 1v1. And while he's doing that, Imperial has started up the Rift Herald and might be able to just secure that here. Yep, doesn't look like anyone's going to contest him, so a good job from Red side here to stabilize the game that, was looking a little bit scary for them. Um, And now looking at a gold lead of 1.1k,
Yeah,
as well as
Scrambles
this
is
Herald, which should be more.
Yeah,
The
Scrambles is
support's
gonna
here,
walk
though.
in and spot them. Yeah, everybody on the way, but just not able to get there in time to stop the Rift Herald. Imperial gonna go ahead and use the Dragon's Descent to get out. Tahm Kench headed in with the Abyssal Voyage. That took a second. Oath trying to track down enemies in the red side jungle, but Imperial takes the last one out to safety. So they successfully get the Rift Herald and they get out, which should be a pretty big win for GVSU. They were falling a little bit behind early, but thanks to their CSing, have gotten a decent advantage now. Oh, this is going to be nice.
Ooh,
B-Pots
well
with the ace
played.
in the hole. The 80 carry 1v1 go in the way of B-Pots.
Oh, I need to walk away for a minute. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
The boys getting groceries delivered during the cast. Everyone make sure to flame him when he comes back. Matsuro and Gid gonna start up the dragon. Imperial checks in, sees that they're doing it, B-Pots rotates down. So 3 members of ROTM set up, 3 members of GVSU are here. The Terra Cult gonna come out, try to prevent the damage from the Death Mark. Successfully comes out, teleport in from Oath as he's trying to at least make sure that they can secure the dragon. Scrambles also teleports down to the bottom wave. So both teleports invested to grab that second dragon, but they've secured themselves a decent little win con in the Infernal Soul here in about 10 minutes. Would have been nice to get a couple of kills out of it, but I don't think that they'll be too unhappy as long as they don't drop too many more waves than they already have. Oath, meanwhile, goes aggressive onto God of Wrath. Gets a decent chunk out of him. In comes Imperial, has the Flame Breath. That's a lot of damage coming through as he'll get the the twin bite. Gid comes in, not quite able to find the range on the Infinite Duress, and God of Wrath flashes away to safety. So, oh, Oath still wants it. He goes in, he assassinates God of Wrath. Does he have the time? Doesn't quite get the Rift Step back up as Imperial able to burn him down with the W, the burnout. And all this is kind of accomplished now is allowed Fake Kappa and Cyber Blizzard to get some space in bottom lane to take down a couple of turret plates. Looks like Gid might be on the way. No, going to stop and do his red buff on the way as Metsuro and Vpons head back to try to defend their tower for the time being. Oh, Gid just kind of walks in. Doesn't have the Infinite Duress available, so not a whole lot that he can really do unless he got a good angle on Cyber Blizzard and Fake Kappa. Instead, it'll just secure the shove for ROTM, and everything will quiet down for the time being. Imperial has ultimate, and he's walked up to the top lane. It looks like they might be looking for a dive along with the Rift Herald summon in the top lane. Kind of weird that he walked all the way around the turret to drop Shelly down, and I don't know what's happening right now. Set is just beating on Shelly, and she didn't get the charge into the turret. Now Scramble's trying to fight the 1v2, gets the stun onto RK, but really needs to get out of here. The tower not going to last too much longer, and I don't think the 1 or 2 tower shots that he's going to get out of this are going to be enough. Dragon's Descent used by Imperial, gets the Flame Breath, just trying to chase down RK, not really getting into range, but there's the ultimate from Scrambles. He's maybe going to be able to assassinate the Shyvana in the 1v2. He gets that one, tries to turn it back around. The Haymaker is good, but RK should have the Devour, going to use the stun instead. Trades it back 1 for 1 in the mid lane. God of Wrath and Oath going to scrap it out. Meanwhile, Gid in the top lane has the Infinite Duress of Grey Health popped by RK. He's scared. He's running away, but it's not going to be to safety as he gets taken down by the jaws of the beast. I don't know if that was just the biggest brain play by Oath right there. He was trying to pre-dodge the Shadow, but yeah.
But no dice.
But no dice. Welcome back.
Sorry, I had to throw shit in the freezer. You know, groceries showing up an hour late. Fun, fun, fun.
Hour and a half late, even. Unlucky.
True. They really let me down. Okay, so catch me up. What's happened?
A bunch of people fought. They used Rift Herald top but didn't get anything with it, but then they got the tower anyway. Scrambles almost won a 1v2. And Oath dodged
Nice.
Z combo by hopping over the wall before the Z combo happened. So that was kind of
Well done, Oath. But looking at it, so we're still seeing CS leads for the side of GVSU. Really significant CS leads. You know, 30 CS in mid and 80 carry, as well as 20 in top lane. They're really carrying this gold lead almost purely through right-clicking the minions real good.
Yeah, and you can even see that in the difference in the items, as Scramble's the only one with a completed item on ROTM, and RK the only one without on the side of GVSU. Even the Moonstone Renewer on Zyra completed now. That's going to be a decent chunk of power for her. But you have the Gale Force, you have... Is the Eclipse
How does she
normal on
proc that? Does she go Font of Light?
I thought you
She
just
must
had
go
to deal
Font.
damage. Am I...
For Moonstone?
Yeah. Affecting
No,
champions with
you're
attacks
totally
or-
right, actually. I'm
Yeah.
being fucking stupid.
Okay.
You're right. Sorry.
I was like gonna read the tooltip. Like I thought that was how it worked. But...
You're 100% correct.
Wait, you get Moonstone proc off of autoing a ward? Nutty. Anyway, Scrambles goes in for the ultimate. They're on to Fake Kappa, but he's got the little hip thrust out to safety. RK blocks the ace in the hole, and they'll take down Oath off of the overextension. Now Imperial is here, looking for the Flame Breath. The Turek ult just onto Bpons and Matsuro, trying to get a little bit of space. Gid goes in and fears 4 people, but there's just no damage being returned by ROTM. It's the full retreat. Matsuro flashes out, and GVSU finds the over... I don't the trade on Oath, the over-aggression from Oath, gets that kill, and now they'll be able to set up for the dragon.
Yeah, it did feel like it was just a little bit of an overcommit. Our team had the angle. They tried to get onto the Zed, but he was just a little bit too sneaky, a little bit too hard to actually hold down. So Oath tried to commit under turret, and unfortunately for ROTM, GVSU was all there. They collapsed well and are able to blow this lead up now. A little over
Oh,
2K,
Abyssal
picking up that
Voyage
dragon.
coming in, going to find Oath and Scrambles, trying to do the Rift Herald. They'll get onto Arcade, take him down to about half. He's burning relatively low thanks to the Red Smite from Git, and he'll be taken down. Big shutdown going to Scrambles, and they'll continue on the Rift Herald. No ultimates available right now, except the Shyvana ult, I guess, for GVSU. And they'll secure Sheila. So that's a nice little win for RTM, kind of against what's been happening the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, no, it's a good response after falling behind a little bit. You know, the last play not going particularly well in their favor. They're able to force the Rift Herald, and even though Shyvana and Tom Kench were there, Shyvana didn't have the Fury to actually cast her ult, and without that, she is significantly weaker. Cyber Blizzard playing with fire a little bit, but our team didn't want to pull the trigger, it looks like.
Yeah, they'll sweep through for some vision around this dragon that's already been taken. And now contesting the blue buff. This is the big prize. Who's going to get it? It looks like Imperial walks up and smites it. Now using the Dragon's Descent, the Zyra ult doing a good job zoning. Beepot's just exchanging fire across the gap. Chunks God of Wrath pretty low, but he's getting topped off a little bit by Cyber Blizzard. And RK is here as he's teleported into the bot lane, trying to get onto Oath. He'll get stunned up. They just don't really have the damage to turn back around. Beepot's continuing to auto down on the Shyvana. They'll trade 1-for-1 so far as God of Wrath goes in, gets the big combo onto Gid and takes him down, but in comes Scrambles, hits the ultimate, pulls back in Cyber Blizzard, trying to track down with the Haymaker, but gets eaten by RK in the process, and Cyber Blizzard will take full control of that kill. GVSU again coming out with a pretty significant little win. Fake Kappa opening up with the curtain call. I don't think that he's going to find a whole lot at the end of this one. Oh, the Terror Gold actually got popped, so that's a pretty important cooldown for our team.
Definitely something that GVSU needs to track, because while that's down, the ROTM team fighting is much weaker. So as we saw with the 5v5 over the blue buff there, really good flank coming out from RK231, teleporting into the bottom lane, and was able to extend the fight and keep ROTM around long enough to be able to pick up a couple of those members.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that's biting ROTM is just they haven't been able to complete those first couple of items. They're just not on level item ground. So we're seeing like relatively even exchanges of abilities, but it just hasn't had the same impact when they're hitting everything because they're so far behind in items. And like Oath right now is in just a huge power trough, right? He's got 3 different item components, but isn't even particularly close to a completed item. And that until he starts completing these, when he hits all 3 of these at the same time, it's going to be just a nutty amount of damage that he gets. But until then, it's going to be a little bit rough for him, I think.
Yeah, and he has ended up completing the Ludens while we were watching, but at 22 minutes, you know, because he had to make the stop up for the Seekers and hasn't been farming super well, it does mean that, you know, it just took forever for him to actually be able to hit that power spike, even if he was getting, you know, the cast in levels, which is, you know, usually something that you have to keep an eye on. But yeah, next objective on the map looks like it's probably going to be Baron. It looks like both teams are relatively meandering their way up to that side of the map. As Gid has just been sitting in the side bush for a minute here.
Yeah, kind of set up on a flank, but right now Oath can join, Scrambles can't. So this would be a 5v4. Even in the best situation, he drops Sheila in between the two. I think he was trying to ward, maybe. They're going to go in, God of Wrath looking for the pick onto Beepots, but the Terror Cult says no. However, the Lakers grab the mid lane turret, and they'll continue to push forward. Are they going to find a counter-engage? Gid hanging around now as Burn the Fear finds the ultimate onto Shyvana, starting to get some damage down. It's a big Stranglethorns from Zyra as Scrambles goes in with his ultimate. They'll take down Gid to start off the fight. The Haymaker is good, it just isn't enough damage to finish off anybody. The curtains opened up, and they'll find another kill. 3 kills for GVSU in that team fight as RK looking for a little bit more, trying to track down B-Pots and Oath, but they have the blast cone out to safety.
And that is a 3-for-0 in a 4v5, where SCSU was, or where the GVSU was down a member, but they just have so much range. You know, with the Shyvana, with the Jhin, even with the Zyra, they just create so much space that RTM's not really able to get into a position to actually put out damage. You know, and Gid's going forward, he's sort of alone there at the beginning of that fight, and he gets bursted out pretty quickly. And you know, with everyone else trying to follow up, they just have a hard time doing it through the Zyra.
God of
I think
Wrath
if
picks
they're
up the
gonna,
Serpent's Fang second.
ooh, does that proc on Cassid and Q shield? It's a magic shield, so
Additional
probably.
damage not applied to targets with shields that only block magic damage.
Oh, sad. Okay, well, never mind. I thought it was the tech. I thought it was the cast and counter. I guess it's not awful against Set. Um, but in general, I don't think it's the best item this game. It's certainly an interesting tech.
Yeah,
Uh,
that just means that he's the one hitting Set, which doesn't quite seem like the play.
yeah.
Maybe
That
counting
said,
on the additional shields from Matsuro. Those count.
he doesn't give many shields other than Guardian.
He's got Guardian and the W shield.
Isn't W just a heal? Does it give a
No,
shield?
the Q's a heal. When you bind with somebody, it gives them a shield.
I thought it gave him extra armor.
No, it gives them a shield too.
What the hell?
It's not a very big shield, but Oath is going to eat that whole Kassadin combo and not come out the better for it.
Yeah, he doesn't have the finished stopwatch or the Zanyas yet, so the Zed on 2 items is very scary. Should be able to one-shot pretty much anyone that he sets his mind to, and Oath just stepping up a little bit too far without backup means that he's going to drop, and there's going to be the top lane inhibitor probably dropping here as Kid and Scrambles aren't in position to help.
They're not even coming back. B-Pots is down, so is Matsuro.
They might be able to end the game.
Yeah. Scramble's finally hitting a recall now. Gid is as well, but Nexus turret number 1 already under fire. Nexus turret number 2 continuing to fall. Scrambles gets in the mix, gets a big stun, but the Zyra ult does a lot of damage coming through. Gid just he had the extra movement speed, but didn't hit the ultimate. Oath falls in the process. They can't track down any of the kills, and that'll be the Nexus going down. So the rotation to the top lane with all 5 kind of calling the bluff of ROTM, and yeah, they just didn't have an answer. That was just a very strange end to the game.
Yeah, the response from RTM was just kind of disjointed. You know, Oath had gotten caught to begin with, and the only people responding to the push were the bot lane, and once they die, you know, it's just the classic 1 or 2 at a time strat. Means that RTM ends up losing game 1.
Yeah, well, a lot to unpack there, but we'll go ahead and take a short break, and we'll be back with game number 2. Oh no, it's wrong.
What's wrong?
ROTM and losing game 1. A better pair.
Rude. Did all 3 RTM teams lose game 1 this week?
No.
Oh.
Plat 1 game.
Well, no spoilers, no spoilers.
Okay. I meant more this particular team.
True, this team has had some troubles with game 1 so far this season.
They just can't handle
Too much pressure on game 1, you know. They aren't in the groove yet. They haven't gotten their warm-ups, their toe touches. You know, they just aren't there yet.
Oh, they would switch sides though.
Well, blue side is cursed. I mean, you saw how weak their plane
Oh, that
turrets
was a
were.
redemption. Oh, okay. Um, so thanks for redeeming the copy pasta Picle. Picle is as cracked as he is jacked. Saw him at 7-Eleven the other day, and he was buying cases of Red Bull and adult diapers. I asked him what the diapers were for, and he said, they help contain my full power so I don't completely shit on these kids.
The high quality redeeming of points there.
Hey, Matsuro, thanks for the gift subs, by the way. Really appreciate it. That sounds so generic. I can't believe I've fallen into the generic streamer thing, but I actually do really appreciate it. We're gonna try to do some cool stuff if we eventually get money from Twitch, but who knows how long that takes. Anyway, are you ready for game 2?
I am.
Alright. So welcome back to game number 2 of LAS Week 4. ROTM took a tough loss off of a disjointed play, but now the boy Picle back in for game number 2, so we'll see if they can turn it around. If you're ready, we'll go ahead and start it up.
Yep, I am ready.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. So, on the blue side of the rift, wearing the blue health bars for game number 2, looking to close out the series will be Grand Valley State University. RK 231 in the top lane on Scion, Deravai Imperial in the jungle reprising his role on Shyvana, God of Wrath in mid on Katarina, and Fake Kappa and Cyber Blizzard on the same bot lane, the Jhin and Zyra.
On the red side, ROTM looking to come back in the series. Already looking for an invade. Picle in the top lane on the Vladimir. Gid Shadeslayer in the jungle on the Vi. Both playing the Yasuo mid lane. And then B-Pots and Metsuro 5 on the Kaisa Blitzcrank. Is Blitzcrank already... Ooh. Burning that flash.
Sorry, I inted a little bit there. The auto mod for some reason caught a bunch of Christmas trees and then didn't post. That's very strange. I don't know. Anyway, the invade not quite successful. We did see Metsuro not quite have the range on the hook, but got the flash out of Shyvana. So.
And for Shyvana, a champion who doesn't really have any sort of gap closers or escapes pre-6, losing that flash can be pretty annoying for her. It definitely lowers the potency of a lot of her early game ganks. So I'd be surprised, to see if she's able to get too much done this early game after losing her flash like that.
Also kind of unfortunate that Cyber Blizzard wasn't able to walk up closer to the buff, so don't get those free plants to tank the buff. But
Unlucky.
Yeah. Picle back on his Vladimir. They keep letting him have it, and he keeps winning. So we'll feeling good about that pick. He started tier. Is that the strat?
Is there some tech to that?
I want to give benefit of the doubt, but like, I don't think
I'm
so.
be honest with you. I think it's just fucking stupid. Why did he start a fucking tier?
He can't stack it, so you'll never finish the arcade, right?
Yeah, he literally can't stack it. He's queued Scion a few times. He's just not getting stacks on it.
That's
like I know that they changed Doran's ring, right, so that it works with manaless champions now.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe there was some tech with the tier, but no, I cannot come up with any tech for it.
See, the only thing I could think of would be like if the Archangel's passive or whatever, like maybe it applied damage based on, I don't know, because it's always been based on mana. I have no clue. Anyway, Vi is here in the bottom lane. Oh, the little tiny knockback from the Vault Breaker is enough to get him out of range of Matsuro. That's so sad.
I think Matsura might have had a little bit of trouble with the ordering of his buttons there. Is he threw out the hook first and then flashed afterwards? But it is continuing the trend that was happened last game. Is Peakley and RK231 are trading pretty hard here in the top lane.
Yeah, Arcade getting
But
a little advantage of. I don't know what I'm about to say. I'm losing my mind. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, already Gid out here applying a lot of pressure in the early game, though he did give up all of his topside camps. He's only done his 3 bot side in the crab, so he's gonna be very far behind in XP if he doesn't make his way into his topside soon. He's gonna show on this wave down here. They know he's there. They
Yeah.
have full vision of him. He's kind of in a bad spot here.
Gonna go ahead and scrap out with Cyber Blizzard. Gets exhausted, has the flash over the wall still. No one choosing to follow. Fake Kappa hits the W. They're looking, and the
What?
Ignite will burn him down. First blood for God of Wrath. The fadeaway Ignite.
Yeah, the way Katarina was walking away, I didn't think the Ignite would kill him, but God of Wrath knew better than I did. Yeah. That said, looking at it, this mid lane already going significantly the other direction in terms of the CS. You know, last game we were seeing God of Wrath with 30 CS lead. This time around, Oath on a little bit more aggressive, a little bit stronger early game champion is already climbed out to a pretty significant lead here. You know, almost twice as much CS, doing a really good job of pressuring that lane.
Yeah, I'm just transfixed by what's happening. God of Wrath gonna go back and buy a Vampiric Scepter. That's gonna be a Blade of the Ruin King, I think. Gonna call my shot on Blade of the Ruin King, Katarina.
I think that would make some sense. I think that the AD Katarina had been nerfed because of the interaction with Kraken Slayer, so I'm not sure if that is the normal play or just Night
Oh, the
Harvester,
hook
but
gonna
Matsuro,
land onto Fake Kappa. That was... See, I think Matsuro had been... He's doing the strat, right? You miss your first couple of hooks so that the opponent thinks that you're bad, and then you can just destroy them the rest of the game.
it really is
Oh,
the
yeah,
5-head
see-
strat as he's just hitting everything.
He doesn't miss now.
Oh!
Oh, the Ignite tick was unfortunately the last bit of damage, but they grabbed the kill, the duo lane kill in the bottom lane, and Bpots and Matsuro off to a better start as well. So Peakley and Gid kind of reprising the farm disadvantages from last game, but Oath and Bpots have turned it around.
Yeah, no. I think you're 100% right, especially in this bot lane with a little bit of pressure in the early game from Gid. Suddenly they're just really blowing them out here. They haven't recalled yet, so this could be a little bit scary if blue side ends up contesting this. The hook doesn't hit. Shyvana's still hovering. She might go for, you know, hop over the wall, try to smite steal.
She does attempt to go over the wall and smite steal, and then flashes back over it, but Gid able to secure it. The nerves of steel on the smite, and he is able to take that one down. So good
The
for
fight was a
ROTM.
little bit scary, but you know, ROTM able to come out on top, pick up the dragon, don't lose anyone for it, and then go and get to spend all their money at home. So definitely in a good position here early in the bot side of the map.
I do think it's weird that they didn't. They had a significant item advantage. I don't know why they didn't even attempt to go.
Does he have the damage to kill? There's no way Sion dies here, right?
No. But a good look, a good chunk on the top lane. 1-to-1 in kills, we're exactly even in gold. But the dragon advantage is Oath and God of Wrath gonna go ahead and scrap out. Uses the hook, gets the knockup and the ignite. Oath with the solo kill in mid. Unfortunately, Cyber Blizzard comes in, hits him with the grasping roots, and equalizes the kill. But really nicely played by Oath as he gets the knockup onto God of Wrath to interrupt the ultimate.
Yeah, no, really well played there. Was able to use the wind wall to cut out a little bit of the Katarina ult damage, and then was able to get the knock up and just finish him off as Metsuro 5 is bullying the poor Zyra. Zyra just probably needs to commit the flash and get out of there.
It's
Yeah,
supportal
B-Pots is
combat.
here.
Oh, does B-Pots have it? He's got the killer instinct. He's in.
Yeah,
All
Cyber
right.
Blizzard just getting a little bit greedy with the flash there. Uh, does end up getting taken down by B-Pots. And B-Pots now 1-0-1, has the 10 CS lead. It's looking really strong this game.
Matsuro looking for
Oh no.
more. Oh, just
Ooh.
a little shy of fake Kappa there. Singed to the back of his fur cloak that he for some reason is wearing.
He was expecting free Kappa or fake Kappa rather to try and dodge back just a little bit, but Nerves of Steel just keeps running straight forward, and it was the right choice this time around. Ooh,
Oh,
Ignite
Oath is still
committed here.
looking for it. Gets the ultimate again. Just shoving in God of Wrath constantly. Has a huge CS advantage now. P-Clay looking for the kill. He'll drain him to death with the pool. Now God of Wrath is able to find it with the help of the Shyvana. Waiting from the wings, I guess hit a Flame Breath. I didn't see exactly what happened, but Oath falls in the mid lane. And now God of Wrath has the plated steel caps for a little bit of safety. So trade's going to be a little bit harder onto him.
Yeah, in Tab, plated steel caps are just so efficient this game against ROTM. You know, they have the Yasuo, they have the Kai'Sa, they even have Vi. There's so many auto attackers and not a ton of CC to get mitigated by merge reds.
So
It means that Tab are just so efficient this game.
I'm kind of curious though if you're Scion, right? You're laning against Vladimir. You're probably going to be separated against Vladimir the rest of the game. Uh, do you still go Tabi this early?
I think eventually Tabi are absolutely the right call. You probably have to have Tabi before you start like team fighting, or before you start, you know, fighting for dragons or anything, just because the extra armor is going to be so important. But I don't know about rushing it before any amount of magic resist, especially after you just got solo killed. I think, you know, he could have done well to have a no magic mantle here, you know, maybe a Negatron cloak, you know, a little bit of anything just to give him a little bit more survivability against the Vladimir.
Ultimate used. Oh, the wind wall blocks the flame breath as here comes Gid. They're turning it around. The ultimate from Gid takes down God of Wrath. The gank goes horribly. Oh, the tornado from Oath. He finds the second kill. What a play by Oath.
What a hitbox there, but really good counter gank by Gid off the back of Oath getting a really nice wind wall into the knockup, and well played. Shyvana and Katarina had come back around for the repeat onto the Yasuo, but not quite enough damage, and that's everything going ROTM's way the last couple minutes. Oh my god. Maybe Grievous Wounds would be pretty good there in the top lane. You know, another alternative to plated steel caps.
The Bramble?
I don't know if you want to go Bramble, just because Vladimir can just not auto you. Um,
So Executioner's Calling?
I would buy an Executioner's Calling,
Okay.
but if you're ever trying to fight him, you can also just chill underneath your turret and, you know, never play the game until you start team fighting. Which at this point might be a better option for him, as he's having quite a bit of trouble dealing with the Vladimir.
Dragon has spawned the Cloud Dragon for our team. He hit the ultimate. I don't think that's nearly enough damage, though. But Dragon started up. Not going to reprise the same thing. Oh, maybe. Here comes Imperial. No, he's just going to throw the Flame Breath into Oath. He's got the ultimate available, trying to drag him away with the Dragon's Descent. The Katarina ult is good, but gets immediately interrupted by Oath. They'll grab the Katarina back in, and Oath and re-enters the fight with the last breath. The Yasuo styling on him so far this game.
Yeah, Oath has already just been so effective on this pick. You know, Cassidy in last game, he had a little bit of trouble getting involved in the fights. This time around, having no trouble at all. Now 3-2-1, up 40 CS is looking really strong on this Yasuo. On this recall, he's going to have the finished shield bow and be feeling really good about his position in this game.
Oh, Matsuro comes in. He just can't miss. I told you it was all the strat, right? Um,
Uh-huh. It seems to be pretty effective so far, as whenever he's on screen now, it seems like he's getting that hit, especially on a fake cap, who's having some trouble avoiding the hooks this time around. But yeah, no, our team's bot lane looking really dominant so far this game.
yeah, it's really good to see just swapping out the Taric for the Blitzcrank has really changed the way that they're playing and engaging with the lane, and same players playing the same lane with a completely different result means that they made the right call on their adjustment in between games 1 and 2. So that's really good to see. Uh, Hopefully they can continue that pressure. But for now, a 3,000 gold lead, 2 dragons. They're feeling pretty comfortable in this game, and even continuing to scale up. I don't. They're not like on a clock or anything in particular this game.
Yeah, no, I feel like RTM scales much better this game with the Vladimir, with the Yasuo, and even with the Kaisa. Just so much scaling that any lead they're able to pick up is going to feel really good. As Mansuro's in a precarious position here.
Yeah, it gets collapsed on by
Oh,
God of Wrath. Actually, barely took any damage. That was kind of surprising from the amount of daggers that he had thrown at him. And they'll just walk. Uh, why did he walk in there? God of Wrath in a little bit of trouble trying to get to the blast cone. Oh, gets knocked
oh,
out of the blast cone. Oath.
what
He
a
just doesn't miss
cancel
a
there.
tornado. Yeah,
Oh
and the hook
no.
from Matsuro. They're on to RK. Unfortunately, not quite using that Blitzcrank ult to get rid of the shield, but forces the flash nonetheless, and he'll be pressured underneath his tower. It does let Fake Kappa and Cyber Blizzard get a couple of turret plates down here in the bottom lane, um, as they've pushed B-Pots underneath his tower.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good for B-Pods to have to lane against two champs as long ranged as Jhin and Zyra. But it does mean that there are just so many leads on the other side of the map that they're generating now. You know, with the kills that they picked up, with the flash they burnt top lane, and even now the first turret in the mid lane is Peakley. That's a solo kill.
Yeah, that looks...
Maybe? Oh,
Oh,
the
Flash is
shield?
back in.
Oh!
Oh no, the ultimate! Oh!
Oh, not like this.
Peakley has it turned around on him. RK able to get the ultimate for the little bit of damage. Now Oath walking through the jungle, just going to take a casual chunk out of Shyvana. Is RK still... Oh no, he's alive. For some reason I thought he was dead and he was just Zombie Scion running back to the tier 2 tower for some reason. But
No, I was able to evade ROTM for just long enough that, after
oh, that's a
turning it, oh
dirty
no.
hook. My goodness. Sheila invested to top lane, so they'll grab that top lane turret. Another kill in bottom lane. Our team doesn't need to end lane phase, I guess. They just continue pressuring, and we're not really seeing GVSU have an answer for the pressure that ROTM's had.
Yeah, no, it just seems like they're just dying solo
Oh, Oath
over
is
and
going
over.
for it
It's
underneath the
beating
turret. He finds the solo kill. Oath. I don't know. It's night and day between games 1 and 2 for all of ROTM. Imperial comes in, not quite able to win while the Flame Breath has his
He has
Immortal
the
Shield
shield
go
bow,
pop.
though.
Gets the knockup, doesn't have a second ultimate, unfortunately. Otherwise, I think that he can take down the Shyvana as well.
Oh,
Well, maybe
definitely.
he still can.
Shyvana's walking in. Oh, no.
In comes Peakley from the side. He'll clean up what Oath left for him. Just the confidence that the players are playing with is really nice to see.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to just being on a whole lot of comfort here um, for ROTM. Oath, of course, has played quite a bit of Yasuo. Peakley, known for the Vladimir. And even Matsuro, on the Hook champion, has definitely put in the time on these. So just so much confidence. They're playing extremely well. And this is the third dragon going over their way. On track for a 24-minute hair.
Oh, he hits the Void Seeker, headed in onto Fake Kappa. The flash underneath the tower feels a little bit aggressive, but he'll at least find the trade.
Yeah, he felt Peapod's feeling a little bit left out. Wanted to, show that he could solo kill too. Was able to pick up the kill and gets the teleport out from RK231, but in the process has to burn both of his summoners.
Well, 15-4. gigantic difference between the first game and the second. Uh, just taking a gaze across some of these items, Oath is a big boy. He has his completed build. Um, and
Yeah,
meanwhile, God of Wrath is on Poverty build. He's on the Blade of the Ruined King plus an Amp Tome. Feels pretty bad. Oh, he just went back
and
to base.
not.
He's gonna buy something. Oh, what?
Oh,
He went
finishes
Oblivion
the
Orb?
Oblivion Orb?
Well, Oblivion Orb is the most powerful item in the game, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to turn that lane around for him.
I don't think it's an awful buy, especially with how much healing Yasuo has. I don't think it's unreasonable. But if you're building AD, I don't know. It feels like you could have built either one, honestly. This Oath. He's just so much confidence in this 1v2. Now 1v3 is God of Wrath is here.
Matsuro
Oath
is hanging
alone.
out over the wall, but Oath's still going for it. Hits the double knockup. I don't think this is really going to benefit him as God of Wrath unfortunately gets the shutdown. Beepot's kind of checks in, sees what's going on, decides he doesn't want to fully commit to it, which I don't really blame him for. Peakley now maybe in trouble. Imperial with the Dragon's Descent over the wall. Misses the
Ooh.
Flame Breath at point blank range. Peakley should be able to... Oh? Maybe not get out. He gets rooted. Now has to dodge the Curtain Call while trying to fight Deverai Imperial. Oh,
Oh.
into melee range, unfortunately, with the rocket belt, and it's enough that Shyvana can actually hit one of the Dragon's Breaths.
And that was so close. Had the empowered Q coming up off cooldown, so if he's able to get that off, then he definitely kills the Shyvana, is able to walk out. But unfortunately, just the tiniest bit of cooldown there means that he ends up dropping. And RTM, after the significant lead that they had, did kind of throw it here in the last minute or so. Last couple of minutes with Oath dying in the top lane and now Peakley in the bottom lane. You know, they're giving a window here. For blue team to come back into it. Oh, but Matsuro out here playing the vision game. Buying pressure. He's on a ward there, so they know. Can't imagine that they would get pulled there.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's doesn't seem super likely that he's gonna find anything immediately, but now has that bait pink ward set up. He could look for an aggressive play as Oath and Matsuro hanging out together. Blitzcrank and Yasuo, best buddies in lore, by the way.
Are they?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. He's got 2 knockups. I
Ooh.
don't think he really wanted the Scion, but does pull him back over the wall. Beepot's not quite able to find enough damage as RK does successfully get out with his flash. But again, everything
And
just being burned immediately.
Maybe not your favorite target, but with how much damage RTM
Oh,
has
the flash.
right now.
He
Oh,
grabs him out of
wow.
the Gale Force. They're trying to get onto Fake Kappa, but instead it's the counter engage from God of Wrath. Beepot's trying to kite back out, has the Killer Instinct. He dodges the Scion ultimate. Now kiting back with the Void Missiles. Not quite enough to finish anybody off, but he turns what was a really bad fight into a slightly okay fight, I guess. He gets the extra kill. Maybe in trouble though. Oh no, the first
Oh.
Curtain Call finds him.
Yeah, and what was a really nice hook there from Matsuro 5. Unfortunately, they just overcommitted a little bit, and Oath ends up dying so quickly. You know, that Katarina, even though she's behind, does quite a bit of damage in these fights. It's just so scary to deal with.
Yeah, meanwhile, Peakley has kind of asserted his dominance over the side lanes. Anybody who shows up, he just fights them, sends them back to base. Not quite able to find the kills, unfortunately, is Gid gonna get onto Fake Kappa. Has the ultimate not available, actually. So not gonna be able to finish that one off, but again, it's all about the dominance asserted, really.
Yeah, no, if Peakley, showed his dominance over the bottom lane, that's Gid showing his over the top. If you show up here, I will beat you down a little bit and send you home. So yeah, you see Jin already refusing to walk back into top. You know, it could be the dragon spawn, which would be soul point for RTM, or maybe it was just Gid scaring him away.
Yeah, Peakley has teleport as he's separated from the rest of the team. ROTM confidently pushing in. This is only a 3-man squad, though, as Oath is in the bottom lane currently. Flame Breath, a couple of roots over the wall, but not able to find anything. Matsuro does get hit by the captive audience and will take a couple of shots from the dragon on the way out. This is Infernal Soul Point for ROTM.
Oh,
Unfortunately, they backed up onto a
they're
ward.
collapsing on Oath.
Yeah, Oath
Yeah.
is an Alcove Gamer. Hits the knock up onto RK. Can they actually track him down? The ultimate, not quite able to find that one yet, as RTM starts up the dragon on the other side. Oath
Peakley hasn't TP'd yet.
kind of unfortunately has the
Oh!
flank. Oh, he's going to catch Jin on the backside of the fight and just eliminate him. Dragon's Descent in, but Gid smites it down at 37 health. Katarina gets a huge ultimate, but can he finish off any of the kills? He'll find Gid on the backside. Oath and B-Pots will be able to track him down at the end. Oath on a killing spree, and they'll find 2 kills and the Infernal Soul Dragon in the process.
Wow, and that's in the 4v5. What a great play from Oath on the side there. GVSU wasn't able to just hard commit to him, and it means that he's able to get the flank onto Jin and just completely one-shot him. And somehow, in the 4v4 afterwards, RTM's able to pick up the dragon, and Peakley still has teleport, so I don't think he has the damage to kill here. Oh,
He's got
apparently
it.
he does so much.
Yeah, that Infernal Soul
he
proc.
procced it like 6 times in that fight. Very very strong ability that they now have. And yeah, that's. Go ahead.
I was gonna say RK still has not a scrap of magic resist.
Sunfire
no,
comes
Sunfire has
pre-baked
a
with
little bit. Yeah, it's got an Aegis
Yeah.
now, I guess. All right, he's got 25 magic resist.
Which, I mean, how much does a growing boy need? I feel like 30 on that Sunfire is plenty into the Void Staff Sork Shoes Vladimir, right? And Rocket Belt gives extra pen. I think it's plenty.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. 25 minutes in, Infernal Soul ticking. It's a huge. Did Peakley take that?
Yeah, what a prick! Holy shit!
Wait, Jin decided that he could walk top lane? Excuse me, sir. You cannot be here. This is Shade Slayer territory.
Yeah, no, Gid's just reminding him of the lesson he tried to teach him a couple minutes ago, and Oath has the flank here. Oh? Line him up for the knockup.
That was a weird little interaction. Zyra dares to show her face on the wrong side of the rift, and Matsuro and Oath punish Cyber Blizzard again. So the bot lane paying separate prices across the map, and RTM gonna look for the Baron.
Ooh.
Oh, Peakley's got a lot of damage. He's got the pool, still needs the heal. It's just not quite enough. God of Wraith able to take him down. Going for the AD like the full AD Katarina is kind of interesting with the Oblivion Orb.
Yeah, and I think even with this Katarina that wasn't very strong a few minutes ago, as we saw there, once she's able to get her combo off onto Peakley, did like 70% of his HP in one combo. Is a surprising amount of damage, especially since she was behind like 3 levels on him. Surprisingly strong for this Katarina that had a really tough early game.
Both looking for the 1v2, just fighting it out with RK, throws the wind wall to make sure Fake Kappa can't do anything else. Now is going to try to fight the 1v3.
There's a lot of people here.
Yeah, gets exhausted, able to dodge the captive audience though, still staying relatively healthy. Does have his Immortal Shield bow popped. He's looking back over, gets the knock up into the last breath. B-Pot steals his kill. What a jerk. Now RK hits the ultimate, trying to get the knockups. Oath dashes back through. Devrei Imperial wants to join. Oath was trying to fight the 1v5, just not quite successful. God of Wrath shows up, and Gid says, no. This is also my lane. You just don't get to exist on my map. Thank you very much.
And Oath on the outside is so strong, but
the flash hook onto Imperial. Pulls him in. He'll go down. Curtain call opened up. They need to save Private Gid. They will successfully. And yeah, RTM just flexing now.
They are very strong, very far ahead now. Almost 10,000 is the gold lead. And looks like they're gonna recall here, just slow it down a little bit. Not take advantage of the rest of their Baron, but they've already gotten so much off of it. But getting that reset won't hurt anyone any.
Yeah,
But yeah, it
maybe.
seems like it's an inevitability at this point. It's just sort of a matter of time, just because of how far ahead they are. Um, Maybe playing for the older spawn.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elder up in a minute 15 seems like the play for RTM. As yeah, we're just gonna chill for a second. Peakley and Matsuro using the last bit of this Baron buff to maybe try to get this this inner tower and bottom lane.
Yeah, more than anything, just making those minions annoying, so difficult to clear them out. But Oath is still top lane. Dragon spawns in about 45 seconds, so has a little bit of time to come down, but in the meantime, looks like he's just trying to apply pressure on the other side of the map, actually resetting. We'll see if he's there on time. As GVSU absolutely here on time. They have everyone here trying to get some priority in their lane so they can push up and get a little bit of vision. They are pushing into Blitzcrank. It's so difficult to do that without vision.
Yeah, Matsuro waiting for somebody to walk up and hit that ward, and when they do, ooh, they're gonna pay. Oath had enough time. He's here. 5 seconds before the spawn. They're going to engage onto RK. Maybe not the target they wanted. A big Zyra ult as they pull Imperial over the wall. There's no jungler now for GVSU. God of Wrath goes in, hits a pretty big ultimate, but just doesn't have that sustained damage and has to use the Zanyas and die. Well, not the Zanyas, the stopwatch, but Zombie Scion can't accomplish anything either. 4 kills for ROTM. They can run it down mid and end the game.
Yeah, and on both sides of the fight, just complete total dominance from ROTM, especially with Matsuro being able to hit the pull onto the Shyvana means that Shyvana just gets popped instantly. And ROTM, I'm pretty sure they can end the game, but they're looking for kills as well. Decided they don't need everyone to go to the base. You know, they could look for a couple, pad the KDA a little bit, maybe a little bit of farm, maybe get a Blitzcrank pull on the Shyvana again. Oh.
Yeah, got the hook. But there's
Oath
no one there to
didn't
help
ult.
out. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, but he wants the
there we go. In I'd say night and day from game 1 to game 2 for ROTM. Just so much comfort on their side in terms of their champion picks leads to a lot of early game pressure, a lot of early game leads, and just really well played.
Yeah, able to successfully snowball that lead. Never really under any threat after the early game, so a good game from them. They tie up the series at 1 and send us to game number 3, the decider. Will ROTM come out on top and continue undefeated, or will GVSU secure their first win of the season? We'll find out in just a couple of minutes. All right, you ready to go?
I am ready.
All right, welcome back. Game number 3 between ROTM and GVSU. ROTM equalizing the series. Now we'll see if they can bounce back and close it completely out. If you're ready, we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. On the blue side of the rift for game number 3, wearing the blue health bars, will be Return of the Middlesticks. Piclay in the top lane on his Renekton. Gid Shadeslayer in the jungle on Vi. Oath in mid on Galio. And Beepots and Matsuro playing Ezreal and Karma.
And returning to the red side for game 3, RK231 the top lane with Scion. Dervai Imperial on the Jarvan this time around. God of Wrath in the mid lane with the Zoe. Then Fate Kappa and Cyber Blizzard playing Jhin and Lux. Lux, similar to Zyra, in terms of, the full AP mage that is just sort of playing support but not really supporting. But either way, a lot of range still here in the bottom lane, even without that Zyra.
Yeah, plus adding in the Zoe gives them just a huge amount of range, and you have uh, the Jarvan Jacuzzi to maybe lock down a couple of people, trap them in uh, while they're just rained hell upon. I like the team comp quite a bit from GVSU actually, but in return, ROTM have some good picks of their own. It's kind of strange. They don't have like a real hard carry champion, like no big chunk of damage, but everybody just does a little bit. You know, they're all a little damagey, a little elusive, a little tanky.
Yeah, definitely. A whole lot of melee fighter types here. Even in mid lane, Galio essentially a mid lane AP bruiser. Means that there is damage, just not always coming from one specific person. That said, Ezreal, not seen a whole lot since the preseason patch, but once he's able to get the items, once he's able to start stacking up, 2, 3, even 4 items, can be really strong and really hard to deal with. The issue is nowadays, he doesn't have access to the Iceborne Gauntlet. He doesn't have uh, the Trinity Force doesn't work quite as well on him as it might have previously, so his items are a lot more expensive now. He's not able to accelerate the game like he used to. Piclay got level 2.
You got level 2 has the phase rush, so he can
Yeah,
auto proc
phase
that on
rush?
the empowered W. I think that he just still has his Vladimir runes, if I'm being honest. But um,
He didn't go a tier this time, so
yeah, that's true.
missing out on a golden opportunity, I think. It worked so well last game, but uh, I'm kind of disappointed with the decision not to reprise that.
I so yeah, it's just big brain. You know, if you hit the empowered W, you automatically will get your phase rush
True.
proc, and then you can zoom the rest of the fight. Maybe it's the hidden
True.
tech. Gid just finds Imperial trying to do his red buff, the Audacity, and forces him out. And that's kind of the struggle of Jarvan early on, is he
He's
doesn't
coming
have a
back
very healthy
around.
clear, has to
Oh!
flash away from the Vault Breaker, which I'm narrating off of the mini-map, by the way. Is God of Wrath gonna hit a bubble in mid lane?
For some reason, directed camera doesn't want to show us the fight that's going on top lane. Oh,
Oh, Piclay going
Oh!
in. He finds First Blood. He's gonna die in the process, but um,
You saw
feeling it.
that move speed from the phase rush though, eating over the wall and then fucking zooming. Just so much move speed. But wow, already this top lane for our team just applying so much pressure. Is ooh, good trades coming out of the mid lane. But one issue with Jarvan, the reason why he doesn't get picked a lot anymore is his clear is kind of awful. It's really slow, especially with the loss of the machete. It's not very healthy. He has a lot of trouble. So it's good on Gid to be able to find him out in the jungle early and apply this pressure, because it means that you're losing a lot of the early game power that Jarvan usually has.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
Gid even gonna find RK, just maybe trying to go ward. I'm not really sure what he's doing over there, but gonna take a couple of fists to the face in exchange.
Yeah, no, Cyan without flash, it's a little bit scary, but it's kind of hard for him to run him down. His wave is just in the worst spot ever, though. He can't walk up, without assuming that Gid is going to be right there. So it's going to be forever before he's able to actually crash this wave. If Piclay trims it down a little bit, he could just perma-freeze it. You know, applying that pressure, letting him know this is my lane, you're not allowed to walk up. Oh, it looks like Cyan's actually going to be able to crash it. Oh, maybe?
Oath gonna continue trading out. Zoe goes ahead and sleeps him up. Little chunk of damage. Matsuro and Beepot still kind of interesting. Going for the double ranged lane isn't something that we've seen too often from them, but just trying to kind of match the amount of poke, or at least sustain through the amount of poke that Fake Cap and Cyber Blizzard have. Piclay's still looking for this, has the slice and dice, gets the Cold and Meek, there's the dice, a couple more autos. Oh, gets stunned, not quite enough.
Run!
Oh no, Zombie Scion.
Zombie Scien's just too OP. But yeah, really good trades coming out here from Piclay on the Renekton, which, as a Renekton, the impetus is sort of on you to create your own lead, just because of how strong you are early, and the fact that you are going to get massively outskilled by Scion. But this wave positioning is so good for Piclay, just because it's a lot of experience that Scion's going to miss even after that. So, I'm feeling pretty good. Should have a bit of a lead.
Well, Oath gonna hit level 6 here in mid and have the grand entrance available. Gid, again, securing another dragon early on in the game. That's what you like to see from your junglers.
Definitely, especially on a champion like Vi, who's able to solo it pretty much from the moment that she hits level 4. So, pretty good on Gid to be able to set up that win condition early. Or ROTM.
Did you appreciate me calling you out there?
I hadn't considered it a call out, but I don't know why you gotta be like that.
This is a much less bloody early game than the last couple. I'm losing things to talk about. It's very strange. It's just a tired Sunday, I guess. You gonna watch the Super Owl?
Probably not like actively watch it. I'll probably have the scoreboard up. Would be my bet. But
No light binding. Yeah. There's just no.
oh wow.
Not a huge amount of damage to follow up, and Cyber Blizzard kind of pays for it. Now low on mana, there's an opportunity maybe to look for a dive or some aggressive play. Piclay just continuing to win every trade so far against RK. Also kind of weird, RK this game, last game really rushed those Ninja Tabby. Got that Bramble Vest, got the Sunfire Cape early. This game, when I think that he should maybe consider the Ninja Tabby early, has gone for the Bammies.
I think he heard us flame him last game for it, so he was like, okay, fine guys, I won't rush Tabi. And it's sort of paying for it, as Renekton's just so strong early.
Yeah, has the Dominus ticking.
Damage.
I don't think he can quite dive RK right now, but still continuing to push him out of lane, maybe make him use his teleport, would be a pretty big win.
Imperial's just been sitting in the spot lane bush for like 2 minutes. This has not moved. Finally hit level 6.
Oh, Piclay! He finds the damage, the solo kill in the top lane for Renekton.
It was actually the 5-head phase reg usage to get far enough away from the zombie Scion that he is at no risk of dying there. It's the tech.
It legitimately doesn't sound super bad. You're missing a lot of damage off of the Conqueror PTA though.
I think at the Scion it's probably a little bad. It's probably really bad.
Well, just in theory, it sounds fine, but like
it's not like
I don't know
the
that you would
worst,
why you would ever want it over anything else, but like
yeah,
you could have wound up with many worse keystones than it.
Potentially. Gid has been on this Herald. I don't know why the directed camera doesn't want to show it.
I have no idea who smited that. It looks like Gid got it, so that's good. Gonna call in the Galio ult, just continuing to auto-attack down Imperial. Knock him back, toss him in, why not? Gid finds the kill. Scion ult coming in. Good guy Oath tanks that for Gid. Not able to find the decimating smash either. RK is still trying to turn this one back around. Gid now goes back in to save Oath. What bro moves? Like, good good bromanship. Um, fraternity is like the normal way to say. I don't know.
I liked bromanship. I think that it was a perfect perfect showing of bromanship out of RotM as they all just sort of escorted each other out.
I feel like you're flaming me now, but
I would never.
that's a big
Ever.
mantra Q from Netsuro. Oh, does he have the damage? The True Shot Barrage is there. B-Pots finds the kill in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and Ezreal Karma, I don't know if they're supposed to be the ones that are coming out on top here, but just so much poke coming out. It feels like Cyber Blizzard on this Lux has just been a lot less useful. You know, every time we look down there, he's either low on HP or low on mana. Just he's having a lot of trouble impacting this lane, it feels like.
Yeah, ROTM now starting to set up, got 25 seconds on the next dragon spawn, and with the forced reset from Cyber Blizzard, they're able to get some vision kind of in the area. Would like to see them be a little bit more aggressive with that, but it's the right idea, at least, at the right time.
And exactly, they're getting set up for it. They don't have teleport advantage. Peakley down a teleport means that RK231 could join this fight. Peakley will have to stay in range to be able to cancel it, but
Oh, gonna find God of Wrath.
finding out God of Wrath.
Yeah, had the Locket Shield, luckily, for him in order to make sure that that burst wasn't as big as it maybe could have been. But ROTM will grab the dragon nonetheless, thanks to the pressure in mid lane, the pressure in bot lane that they've been able to put out so far this game.
Yeah, no, really good secure there, and again, keeping them on track for that early soul. That early win condition is definitely a good thing.
God, just the fact that you can use Gore Drinker twice before the Zoe bubble even goes away. I don't know. Seems a little strange.
I'm sorry, the fact that you can use Gore Drinker twice.
So, I'll cover it in a second, as Gid gonna find the kill onto Cyber Blizzard.
I see.
Yeah,
How
so there's
long
already...
do they last?
I don't know, but it doesn't feel that long when I'm playing Zoe. But he could have 3 Gore Drinkers sitting up there, it looks like, at any given time.
It's not in the tooltip. It doesn't say how long the bubbles last.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little longer than 3 Gore Drinkers. So what's the cooldown on Gore Drinker?
12 seconds? 14 seconds?
I actually just don't see it on the thing. Anyway, Oath is dead. That's pretty unfortunate. You know, I hope Zoe wins XD. I'm a Zoe main, and she's just so fun. People get so trolled by the bubble, and her voice lines are cute, like when she sings about chocolate cake, lol. She's super random, but also smarter than she looks, just like me, XD.
Just like you. Yeah, no, Oath has been, throughout the entire laning phase, has been eating those bubbles, and finally God of Wrath has enough items, enough AP that it's starting to hurt a little bit, is able to punish him just a little bit for eating it. Oath says it's a 15-second cooldown on Gore Drinker, but the big thing about Gore Drinker's cooldown is that it's lowered by ability haste, and Gore Drinker comes from the factory with 20 ability haste, so you know, even if it says it's 15, it's never actually 15. It's nice like that.
Yeah, right from the factory.
Mm-hmm.
Boris is back there, just churning out Gore Drinkers.
Exactly, fresh from the box. From the assembly line.
This is really uninteresting in the top
So,
lane. I'm glad that we get to
Cyan
keep
is
watching.
sort of
Oh,
hit
Cyber
the
Blizzard?
point. Oh,
Oh, has to use the
oh.
summoner heal from Fake Kappa in order to survive the True Shot Barrage. Good on Fake Kappa to save his support, but still more and more pressure from B-Pots and Matsuro.
Right, Peaklay's walking up. He knows Jarvan's here. He has full vision on him, but
He's got the phase
abusing the
rush.
phase rush. Ooh, yeah, those are starting to chunk even against the champ like Galio. Let's
Yeah,
be a
plus
little bit more careful.
he's got Prowler's Claw, which is actually one of the more fun pickups you can get. We'll see if he wants to use that. The Jarvan Jacuzzi going to lock up Oath for the time being. Finally uses the Prowler's Claw for the kill.
That was pretty funny looking. The mid-ult Prowler's Claw from God of Wrath.
Oh, Gid gonna go in. They
Oh.
grab the turret already. Gid just a little bit low though, and the summoner heal not quite gonna keep him alive. So Gid in exchange for the tower isn't a terrible trade. Imperial's about half health. Doesn't have the Jacuzzi available. Not able to find the knockup either. But Matsuro and B-Pot's not willing to scrap it out. Maybe worried that God of Wrath is waiting in the wings, and there he is, in fact.
I'm not wanting anything to do with that Jarvan Jacuzzi or no. So we'll just back up here. Dragon spawning pretty soon here. I gotta pull up my timers. 40 seconds on it. So Gid is up in plenty of time for that. Should be here to contest it.
Yeah, still just not grouping up immediately. The shove in from Fake... Wait, Fake Cap is backing? Alright, well I guess they're just not going to contest this one either.
Third Dragon's overrated, and it's Cloud Soul. Who even cares about Cloud Soul, honestly?
Yeah. True. It looks like Gid doesn't even care about Cloud Soul. Oh, now he finally does.
What he had to do is golems. He's a little bit behind in XP, you know, has to try and keep up with the homies.
Yeah, he's on the Krug life, I feel like. Imperial's still going to walk in. Gets snared up by Matsuro, B-Ponts, and Matsuro still looking for it. Knock up on to the Karma as he has the... Oh my god, that was actually so much damage from True Shot Barrage. I didn't think that it was going to be that big. Get in a little bit of trouble, forced to flash away. The ultimate comes in from Oath, just trying to keep him safe, but it's actually coming up GBSU so far. B-Pot's still scrapping out. The dragon is the highest DPS dragon of the elemental drakes, but not quite gonna find the kills at the end of that one. It's 3 for 2 in favor of GBSU, and Peakley can't quite find the kill onto B-Pots, or onto RK, and then the camera went back to B-Pots, and yeah.
These top laners are just not interested in playing the game with everyone else. For the last Dragon, RK231 had the teleport advantage, but didn't end up channeling it. This time around, Peakley has the teleport advantage, also doesn't want to channel it. Who needs Dragon? Who cares? I just want solo kills.
Teleport in from Oath just to secure this this tower, and they should be able to lock up Jarvan for long enough as well. He burns the Jacuzzi, but the dice from Peakley, that was actually pretty clean. Able to find that at the end.
I know, pretty good there. As Jarvan had sort of already burnt his one spell. You know, EQ, without that he's kind of not a champion, so... Yes, R-Flash, but it's not enough to get out. It's going to be another Rift Herald going the way of ROTM. Just every single objective sans that last dragon going their way. So we get to watch the engaging gameplay
Yeah, this
of
is
right-clicking Herald.
Yeah, this is the gameplay that League of Legends has built its reputation on.
Maybe they need to make the objectives like Baron and Herald more like fighting a raid boss, where you know there are actual mechanics that you have to dodge, rather than Baron right now. Even pros just sit there and tank everything from it. They don't dodge the spittle or the tentacles because they don't have to. Maybe they should.
Why did Zoe go Alternator?
So my bet would be that she just went extra burst. Um, and she's going
It's the Horizon focus,
Horizon
but like
focus.
for the for the low cost of that Hextech alternator, you could finish your Ludens and do 1 billion more damage.
True. And you know the Horizon focus mathematically uh, gets out damaged by Void Staff at 34 MR. Um, so you know not the best item in the world. If there were someone to build it, I suppose it would be Zoe, but you know just the mathematical power of Void Staff is just a little bit too high that you always have to wonder, you know, why build Horizon focus when you can build, you know, better items. Oh, that's a crocodile you found there.
The crocodile waiting in the bush. Luckily, he's got the speed from the phase rush to get out of there. But
I
Cyber
don't think
Blizzard.
he procced phase rush there. I think that was just Karma Shield.
Oh, he was very fast, regardless.
It was also Cloud map, so he had the
Oh,
ring of
true.
speed there.
I mean, I think that was a great addition to the game, honestly. The ring of speed
Yeah,
on the cloud.
exactly. You know, there are definitely times where it's just the most annoying thing in the world. You know, you see Udyr run through it, and the man just um,
Yeah, excuse me, chat. Why are you posting this shit when we were discussing stuff that's relatively important? Like, you're burying stuff that people are gonna have questions on. Thank you for the redemption. Um,
straight up facts, though.
true.
Come on, guys. Twitch chat is not for spamming, not for filling. Ooh, is Peakley
Peakley gonna try to fight the
1v3?
1v3. He's
Phase rush, OP.
oh he. Why did he stop drifting?
You know,
Like,
drifting's hard.
yeah, but all he had to do was not hit R again, and he could have curved further back around Peakley and maybe, then hit the decimating smash. And
He's doing his best. I don't know why you gotta flame him for it.
I don't know. They're giving up a turret in the process. Meanwhile, Peakley and RK just renewing pleasantries up in the top lane. This is actually going pretty well for RK so far. If I had to kind of handicap the fight, the red buff is gonna be too much though. Oh, never mind. RK. It's all the Sunfire Cape damage, honestly.
And that's without RK having the or not the Sunfire, the ultimate, right?
Yeah.
So Baron spawn or not Baron, Dragon spawning again. This time both top laners have teleport, so no excuse.
Yeah, they have about 1,000 health between the two of them, I think would be the excuse. But channeling the Galio ults to keep Gid safe. He gets ignited. They're going to try to get onto Imperial. Oh! The Vault Breaker to knock him out of the flag and drag. That's actually so good. That should secure the dragon for ROTM. We'll see if there's a cheeky steal that comes out. Have we actually seen a Lux Laser this game? That's the first one. And VPOTS is able to secure it. Oh, God of Wrath's still looking for it. I don't know exactly what his plan was, but he didn't accomplish it regardless. Gid tracks down Cyber Blizzard at the end of that one, and now they're going to bully Fake Kappa underneath his tower. He does get the return kill as Gid had wandered a little bit too close and got fourth shotted. But RTM with the teleport collapse from Peakley are able to force them out of the dragon. They secure Dragon 3 and a couple of kills in the process.
And that's the top laner figuring out what the teleport ability does. Ends up showing up to the fight, picking up a few kills, and this game's sort of blown wide open now. You know, it sort of been stalled out for a few minutes, but now comfortably in favor of ROTM, a 6k gold lead. They have that soul win condition here in a few minutes, and even now Imperial is still level 11. That's to feel bad. Level 11 against the level 15 top laner.
Yeah, the Jarvan pick hasn't impressed me this time. I think part of that was the early pressure that Gid was able to put on, but yeah, just hasn't had much of an impact. The Lux I feel kind of similarly about. Maybe it's just because the bot lane hasn't been fighting enough for us to watch, and we've only been watching the exciting top lane tank gameplay. But
Yeah. So if you were against Scion, and you're trying to come up with items that you want to 1v1 him, I feel like Cleaver makes sense, but I feel like a Blade of the Ruin King would have actually been really good here. Plus, it synergizes with your phase rush because it'll proc on the empowered W, and you're just the fastest man alive.
Yeah, you'd be a very speedy proc. Um,
Which, at the end of the day, isn't that what everyone wants to be? Is the speediest of the Crocs?
yeah, I mean, honestly, that's just life goal.
It's an interesting interaction there.
Yeah, I appreciate just the combo of the cowards and running away, along with the Vi ultimate just kind of hitting him and bouncing off. Ooh, sleep from God of Wrath. Maybe gonna look
Oh?
for B-pots.
Oh!
Oh, didn't have the range.
Oh no. That feels so bad. Oh. Matsuro, though, wanted to take his chances, but... Oh, dodging everything. What a gamer. He stepped all the way up, did 0 damage, and had to dodge everything in order to just not die.
Oh, B-pots may be in trouble. The captive audience is gonna be enough to take him down. So, little over-aggression there from B-pots as he gets thrown into the jacuzzi. And now GVSU actually get a mid lane turret against what's been happening the last 2 games to them.
Yeah, no, this is very good for them. Getting, you know, the picks there, burning some summoner spells from the other team, as well as
Oh, in comes
getting that
Peakley,
plays here.
looking for the stun. He finds it onto God of Wrath, the Galio ult. Not going to knock up anybody thanks to a couple of flashes, but they will be able to taunt up and take down God of Wrath. Now looking for fake Kappa, the assault battery on into the Justice Punch. They're knocking him up. In comes Scion, though, looking to turn it back around. The counter engage isn't there, and everybody walks away. So 1 for 0 off of all of those ultimates burned, but now the big mid prio for the Cloud Soul spawning in a minute 20.
Yeah, so our team should be able to get in there, set up the vision. Ooh. Get taking the red buff right in front of B-Pots and even, you know, walked and canceled a few times, sort of dancing on him, letting him know this is my red buff. How dare you walk up thinking that that's yours. But our team getting their last 3 sets off, should be pushing into that side soon. Protecting their vision and just securing that or that Cloud Soul rather.
So I think it's interesting that you beat the shit out of a dragon 3 times and you steal its soul. It's kind of dark. Like, is that how I, as a ginger, am supposed to do it? I just go beat the shit out of somebody 4 times and I get their soul.
Well, I don't know. Every time that you kill it, do you get like a part of its soul? Is this like the same dragon, or do you just have to collect multiple dragons? Would you?
I mean, all he does is just show up over this wall, right? Like, he materializes out of thin air. Anyway, the fight's breaking out. Oath is going in. That's a big taunt landing onto a couple fake Kappa's already down. And they're forced to peel back off of the dragon. Imperial was looking for it at the end. Maybe I can kill the dragon. Oh no, it's a double kill for Peakley. V-Pots will finish another one off as they taunt up Zombie Scion. He's actually beating the shit out of Matsuro. That's not quite going to work out well for him. But 4 kills for RTM and the Cloud Soul at the end.
Everything going their way, and they could transition this into Baron as well. Oh, that wasn't a real flash, right? Yeah,
no, that was a fake flash.
Yeah. And RTM is going to be pressuring that Baron as well. GVSU just now spawning, so we'll see if they're able to make it in time to contest. Jarvan's not running to the right side of the map, so it seems pretty unlikely. They should just go RTM's way.
Yeah. Cheeky Lux Laser feels like the only steal opportunity they have, and it took it down to 2,000 health. Ooh, it was down to 86 there for a second. That was a little bit closer than I might have wanted, but Baron's secured now for RTM, 19 to 10 in kills, 8,000 gold lead. Just a question in the chat. I'm pretty sure the Vi ult just takes you to the target. It doesn't go all the way through.
So I think that it usually does put you on the other side of the person, but I think that it's just a weird interaction with Science hitbox while he's in the ult. But
Do you go all the way
I
through?
don't know for sure.
I guess you do
I'm
because
pretty
you can
sure
queue them back
normally if they
afterwards.
don't
Yeah,
move, yeah.
but if they move, I think you go to. I'm not sure.
I think that Scion's hitbox just acts kind of weird, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe Vi doesn't have like a collision hitbox until she gets on the other side of them. Who
Yeah,
knows?
or there's that like pull-up animation first when she gets to the other side. And then, yeah, I don't know how it all works, but it seems like Scion just beats her. Which,
Somebody tweet at Vandiro to figure it out. Because Imperial is
uh,
just getting shit on here. Oh no.
oh, he gets the Justice Punch kill from Galio. Galio Justice down there. They're gonna look to engage onto RK. That's probably not the target that they wanted, and a big chunk out of Piclay for their trouble. But they'll continue the siege. Oath doing his best split pushing down there. Has already killed off the jungler and now drawing even more attention. Gets the taunt onto Fake Kappa, but with Cyber Blizzard in the back pocket, probably can't find the solo kill there.
And we'll have a little bit of trouble to be able to actually kill him. But they still have this 4-man strong here in the mid lane. Now only 2 defending. Looks is walking back over, but they should be able to pressure the turret here. So much damage
Oh,
going
they're
on
just
to
diving
God of
through. They find
Wrath.
God of Wrath. They'll find Cyber Blizzard as well. The Galio has made his grand entrance, and RK isn't too long for this world underneath the turret. He'll go zombie again for the 6th time this game as the tower falls. The inhibitor should fall as well. Matsuro onto Fake Kappa. He does a good
Ooh.
job to at least get the exchange kill onto Matsuro, but it just doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. ROTM continuing to push in. They have the Baron minions, uh, the Baron empowered minions, if you will, and
Should
Imperial,
be
I
able
don't
to
think,
just
can
end the
defend.
game here if they want to.
Yeah.
Looks like they're clearing that bot inhibitor instead of just walking up and killing the turrets. Getting the final kill
Yeah,
onto Imperial.
yeah. Imperial kind of ensures his own death by putting himself in his own jacuzzi with a couple of angry people on the other team. And the Nexus will fall. ROTM going to improve to 4-0 off of the back of another 2-1 series victory. Uh, so well played by them. GVSU unfortunately falling to 0-3 or 0-4. I don't remember, but um, yeah, ROTM in a really good spot. Now, there's one more game, I believe. So one more new team, and then they'll play the second part of the double round robin for the last 5 weeks. So a really good first half of the season so far for the gold team, and I'm excited to see them continue to play.
Yeah, no, especially with the way that they were able to bounce back in this series. Just yeah, we'll see if in the second half of the season they're able to learn on how to win a game one. But once they do, they'll be unstoppable.
Yeah. Upcoming schedule for this stream, by the way, tomorrow night, Monday night, we've got the UML team playing against Attack Mode, which is the remnants of Glacial Vendetta, the team that they played in the FPL finals not too long ago. So that's pretty exciting matchup. And then Tuesday, probably early afternoon, gonna have the uh, I forgot the acronym, the LRS games. So tune in then. You can always find out when we're live based on the stream tab in the RTM server as well as the announcements. So thanks for watching. Specifically, shout out to Matsuro for gifting 5 subs today, which is actually just fantastic. Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting the stream, and we'll see you all soon.